Hi and welcome to the Rags to Riches trading videos inspired by informedtrades.com.
I've already entered a trade here now on the euro pound. What we've seen is that price has respected an upward trend line I've drawn in here and just begun to break below. As we can see on the 5-minute chart here, we've got a little bit of a retrace shown on the green bar on the 15-minute, and I've entered an entry order just below that price to catch a resumption of that trend. Stop loss is placed above current price bars, and the take profit is within a fairly strong resistance line by a few pips, as you can see there. It's really pretty much a one-to-one risk-reward ratio here, and obviously with the trend break I'm really looking for it to go down. Confident in my stop because we've got a weekly support level which should form resistance just above price currently. We've also got a 21 and a 55 EMA, and we've also got 100 EMA in between price now and my stop, so I'm reasonably confident that that should be held. Could have gone for a lower target, but that resistance is quite strong, so I don't think it's going to get hit. As you can see there, just a few seconds later we're into my trade, and price is moving quite strongly in my favour already. Just going to pause the tape here just to go over a couple of other things. Forex Factory, you may recall in the introductory video, checking to see if there's any news due out, which there isn't really until 9:30, so I'm 2 hours away, so I'm not too concerned about that getting in the way. Also looking at FX Street, they tend to agree that the trend is strongly bearish. Daily FX on the technical analysis also showing that there is an expectation that price is going to fall, so all things considered, fairly confident that that's what's going to happen. Back to the chart, 15-minute candle looking pretty strong. 2 5-minute candles there now also showing fairly strong, so at least things are moving right in my direction. So I'm 17 pips up as we stand at the moment, so let's just see how this goes. Just mindful now of the YouTube time limits, so I'm going to just pause the video for a second or two. And a few minutes later now we've got a situation where we're starting to see a slight bit of price rejection, and capital preservation is my watchword, so I'm going to actually reduce my stop now down to break even. So effectively, if this does decide to immediately retrace itself on me, then at least I've lost nothing, which is a good place to be in. Just pause that again for a second. Okay, now a few minutes later I've switched the 5-minute down to a 1-minute chart. Really want to have a look at what's going on. As we can see, price did come up very close to hitting my stop, but went back down again, which is good. But we're now in a situation where price has gone sideways for around about 6 or 7 minutes. Never really like to see price go sideways for any length of time. I'm also mindful of the fact that this video is just prior to the London opening. It is quite possible that the market is just looking for a little bit of direction as to which way to go. So with that in mind, I really need to be a little bit cautious and think about whether or not it's time to lock in some actual profits. What we're looking here is there's some support just down here, and if I can see that that gets broken and broken reasonably well, then I'm fairly confident that the limit will actually be hit. But as we can see at the moment, the bulls are still fighting back, and it is, as I say, eminently possible that we might see a reversal in price. So I'm just going to continue watching this for a moment and see how price develops. I must admit there's not a great deal of conviction in the price as it stands at the moment. Still looking for that support to get beaten, but it's just not happening. So I think I may actually now look to try and lock in some profits just in case. So I'm going to bring the stop down a little bit just to lock in a few pips just above where that, well, you call it a swing high, I guess, to protect some gain. So I've just done that, so I'm just going to pause the video again for another couple of minutes and see where this goes. Okay, back in now and a few minutes along the line. I'm really looking at the price and thinking this is going to move up, so I'm actually going to lock in another few pips here. It's not going to be a very big win if this does go the wrong way, but as I say, I'm really mindful that London opening is just around the corner, and I think if that little line there, which has just indicated the resistance there, does happen to get beaten, then there's a good chance that this may actually go all the way back up to where we started and retest that trend line that was originally broken. Don't really want that to happen, so I'd rather take some profit off the table, as I'd rather have the profit than give it back to the broker. As we can see, price is sort of rounding off a little bit there, not looking at all convincing in terms of the move down on the 15-minute chart. Testing the 21 EMA. Often price will bounce down off of the 21 EMA, but clearly just as often it will be broken. So now is a time to really be close to the thing and see whether or not we're going to actually get a reversal. Another reason why I think this might actually go the wrong way is we can see both RSI, or stochastics I'm pointing at the moment, and RSI are now well down into the oversold period. So that tends to suggest we may well see an upward movement in price, which I need to be ready for. Still testing that 21 EMA over there, and London is due to open any second now. That's London open. Yeah, it's moving up. I think we're going to get hit here. And there we are, closed for 10 pips, a small profit, but still a profit.
If you enjoyed that video, please feel free to visit us at our traders community at www.informedtrades.com for traders of all levels, for free education and trade discussion. Hope to see you there.